Right now on Inside Texoma, we are taking a look at the Wichita County Sheriff's Office and what they have planned for the citizens and, of course, the county for the year 2012. Joining me now with more is Wichita County Sheriff David Duke and Deputy Melvin Joyner. We appreciate you just kind of giving us a sneak peek of what's coming up. What can you tell everyone at home to expect?
We're going to have continued more proactive law enforcement on drugs and drunk drivers in Wichita County.
We're going to continue with our community services program, but we're going to be adding more programs such as the Neighbor Area Crime Watch.
There's a lot coming up this Sunday morning on Inside Texoma, how you can get involved and help them make a difference. They want your help, Texoma, so we're going to tell you how to do it. It all starts right now on Inside Texoma. Good morning, Texoma. I'm Ashley Fitzwater. Thanks for joining us. This morning we are taking an inside look at the Wichita County Sheriff's Office and what they have in store for the year 2012, including some new programs for how you can get involved in some citizens courses. Also, a look at how they are continuing their proactive approach to getting drugs off the streets of Wichita County. And joining me now to talk about just that is Wichita County Sheriff David Duke and Deputy Melvin Joyner over Community Services. And I appreciate both of you being here today. And you know, we're basically just talking about the future and looking ahead into the year 2012 and what's in store for the Sheriff's Office. So I know there's a lot of things planned and a lot of things that the community is going to be encouraged to get involved in. So if we kind of just want to start by talking about that and some upcoming events and programs that you have lined out.
Well, some of the things that we're still continuing to do is our community services is offering their Citizens Academy. It's actually called the Sheriff's Office Citizen Academy, and that's where citizens can get involved with the Sheriff's Office to go through a mini academy for 14 weeks. It's one night a week to see exactly what the Sheriff's Office does. That was part of a vision I had to educate the public exactly what the Sheriff's Department does. It's not the department, it's the Sheriff's Office. And that's something they learn as well. There's a difference between a Sheriff's Office and a Sheriff's Department or a police department. So that's been very successful for us to be able to do that and really show people what we do, how we do it, from the jail to patrol to courthouse security, high-risk trials, budget, the whole 9 yards, and it's been very successful for us.
And there's even hands-on involved in that too, correct? I mean, they go through the classroom work and then they get to take part and kind of some training, I guess you could say.
One of the biggest hits of the Academy, of course, is they do what we call shoot, don't shoot. And we take them out to an abandoned warehouse. There are some bad guys in there. We dress them up in some protective gear, and they will actually carry in semi-munition handguns, the soap pellets. The bad guys are equipped as well with handguns, and they have to go search out the bad guys. And what we call shoot, don't shoot is because it's a decision that deputies have to make every day. Is this guy armed? Is he a danger to myself or others? Do I need to shoot him? A lot of times those guys will jump out and their hands are in the air. Do they, you know, and it's really an eye-opener for the citizens. Another thing is they get to drive a sheriff's car in a driving course. We take them to the range and let them actually shoot the weapons that the deputies carry. So it is a big hit. We've had 4 academies now, and in March we'll start our 5th academy.
Wow. It's been going on a while, and I know you've had such a great success and a lot of great community support, and I know it's been such a hit basically, or such a positive thing for our community that the citizens who actually graduated have even now turned what they've learned, you know, into an organization basically, or a group that is helping you guys out.
Right. Right. They formed the Alumni Association, and one of the things that they wanted to do is be able to start the Alumni Association to have fundraisers to help buy equipment or certain things that the Sheriff's Office budget will not cover or I can't get any funding for. It could be to help K-9s, it could be for security systems in the courthouse, which we've done that already. Different things, that whatever equipment we may need. But one of the biggest things we're doing is fundraisers to help build a memorial that will be in the front of the courthouse to the fallen Wichita County law enforcement as well as Wichita County firefighters since the Wichita County became a county in 1882.
What made that drive, I guess, to have that memorial come about? Was this something that was a vision from both of you or a vision from that association? Because, you know, there is one in the city for the police department, but there isn't anything to honor
I started,
others.
I'm working my 30th year in law enforcement, all at Wichita County Sheriff's Office. And I've been to many events at the fire department in Wichita Falls, as well as the police department. We go every year to the fallen law enforcement officers. And I felt like Wichita County needs to have a memorial to the firemen and law enforcement that's given their lives. I mean, what other sacrifice can you have for your country or your community than you give your own life doing your job and protecting and people in the county? So we're able to do that, and we have artist Jack Stevens is actually going to be sculpturing the design. It's going to be probably, I think it's 8 foot tall, statue of a deputy sheriff from the old cowboy deputy sheriff, and a old type firefighter that's going to be on a memorial with the names of the ones who have fallen, and with a tribute to them.
That's pretty amazing, and I know it's of course going to cost money to make this happen,
Certainly.
as with anything. So the association's stepping up, and what are they doing to kind of help this come reality?
Right now, they're doing a gun raffle, which will be raffled off in October. They'll have a booth set up at the gun shows, every gun show, as well as other places in town. They're selling the tickets for $5 a piece for the chance to win a beautiful rifle. And in addition to that, they're looking at their car show. They did one already last year. They're looking at doing another one this year. It was a big success. They're also going to be on June 15th. They're going to have a golf tournament, their first golf tournament. And so you'll be hearing more information about that. And they're looking just at also some foundation money and some grant money they're looking to apply for, and also just hitting up the citizens in general. So I think it's going to be something that once it's completed, this beautiful structure that they're going to build, it's something that everyone in the community will be proud of. It's something that we'll be able to honor these individuals every year.
And so already some dates on the calendar, though. You know, we're talking about looking ahead, so the date in June, and then October is when the actual raffle, you said, will be done?
Right, at the gun show in October.
Okay, but now the ones that are before that, or just if you're interested in getting some of those tickets for $5, how can they go about doing that?
They can call the main number to the Sheriff's Office, 766-8170, or they can call me directly at 716-8676, and we'll make sure that we get them some tickets out to them.
Absolutely, and I know that, you know, we kind of briefly mentioned, and we did a little bit of a recap for you to tell you all the things that have been going on in case you missed it in any of our previous Inside Texomas, but more on the Neighborhood Watch and how you're really getting that started, and the Community Watch group. So much more on that is coming up with the Sheriff's Office, so stay tuned. More Inside Texoma after the break. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are taking a look at the year 2012 with the Sheriff's Office and kind of some of the things that they have in store for this coming year. And one of those things, of course, expanding on your outreach to the citizens. I know this has been a big part and a big focus so far, is just kind of having the citizens get an inside look at the Sheriff's Office and what you all do every day. And now something else to benefit the community and the county is the Neighborhood Area Watch Program. So is that similar to kind of the Neighborhood Watch that you see within city limits?
It is. Everyone knows the key to law enforcement is the citizens are the eyes and ears of law enforcement. They know what their neighbors, when they're supposed to be home, when they're not supposed to be home, when they're vacation or whatever. If we can expand that out and get them more education and get them working as a group or a team, we're going to make our county even more safer than it is. And that's our deal, is more education for the citizens. So we'll be starting that in the next few months, and we're going to be utilizing some of our Alumni Association to help us with that as well, especially when we go to door and hang the door hangers up telling when the next Neighborhood Watch meeting is going to be, or Area Watch meeting is going to be. And as the Sheriff mentioned earlier, we want to get the volunteer fire departments, even maybe some of the rural churches involved, to use that as a meeting place. We feel like that a lot of neighbors out there may not know their neighbors right now. This will be an opportunity to meet them, worked together as a group, and it's been a very successful program within numerous other cities and counties, and we know that it is going to be one that will benefit our citizens as well.
Absolutely. How does that differ from versus like a neighborhood? Because you do have a larger gap of space, so to speak, in between. So is there a different approach that's taken?
A little bit. We're going to try to map out the county into some, break them down in maybe some smaller areas. Naturally, in the city, it may be just a block or two. Out in the county, it's going to be probably several miles with that area. But I think it's going to be just a win-win for them. A lot of people don't know their county. They go to and from their residence to work and back, and this will be an opportunity to let them see some of the other neighborhoods around them as well.
That's a good point. And I love the idea of getting the churches and the volunteer fire departments involved too. So is that something that, how did that idea, I guess, come about, and as far as like the meeting place too, correct?
Well,
so you have a central...
with my career with Wichita West Volunteer Fire Department, which has expanded 30 years as well, I know all the fire departments, I know all the firemen, so I know those are in areas that are always good meeting places. Some of the fire departments, that's what they have the community meetings at the fire departments, and it's a no-brainer that you got room for it. They have plenty of chairs, refreshments, and room to sit people, and that's a hub of some of those communities is their fire departments, and you know, be able to get them involved as well as some of the churches is just, you know, once again, you get to know your neighbors. When I was an investigator for many years at the sheriff's office, I remember one burglary I worked where this house was burglarized, and the next door neighbor said, well, I saw those guys backed up in behind the house in a pickup, and they was unloading some TVs and things. I thought they were going to move, but there again, you know, I just didn't know. Well, they were actually burglars, and those people, you know, they'll see something, they don't call in, but they'll call in if they see a cow sitting by the fence looking like it's going to cross the road or getting out the fence. They'll call about that cow immediately, which is, we got to know that too. But we want to know about the things that are out of place or doesn't belong, that don't belong.
And a lot of times, you know, people might think, oh, I don't want to bother them, and then what
Sure.
if they are moving? What if it's not anything? But you don't mind that, correct?
No, that's what we're supposed to do, to go out and check these things. If they are moving, then guess what? You may get an extra hand to help lift something and put it in the back of a truck. At least that homeowner knows, hey, you know what, these guys are out here watching. I mean, they're actually responding and being proactive about their law enforcement.
Absolutely, and I don't think anybody would mind if
No.
police showed up, and if or you know, officers, deputies showed up. I know I definitely wouldn't. Like, hey, they cared enough to come by and check it out.
Right.
You know, another purpose of this is by having it in the fire departments. A lot of the citizens that live out in the rural areas, they don't know what fire department protects them out there. This will be an opportunity for them to meet the volunteer firefighters. A lot of people don't realize that these volunteer fire departments are nonprofits. Sometimes they're, especially with the last summer of all the fires we've had, they're struggling as well. This is an opportunity for them to learn a little bit more about their volunteer fire departments and how they can assist them as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know they're always looking for volunteers as well to help out.
Right.
We've done numerous stories with
Support your firefighters.
with the volunteer fire departments. And something else, I guess, would kind of go back to that truck, that car. If there was a group, you would know what kind of vehicles they drive,
right.
what type
Exactly
of
right.
you know, people live in that home or who lives in that home.
Yep.
So.
And there's so many areas in the county, even our deputies, that when they're on a shift, they've been there for a while, they know what is normal, what's supposed to be there, what doors left open and what's closed. And so, and they're all the time, they'll check out, they'll have windows open or a door open, don't see the car that belongs there, and you know, they'll find out who it is. And so we'll find something that's been broken into as well. So it's good to have people out there looking. More eyes and ears out there, the more we can be told and get there to be able to respond quickly to catch them or stop it.
So if someone's interested in taking part in that, you said it's going to be a couple of months. Did they need to contact the office?
We will be contacting them as well. We will go out and be knocking on doors. If no one's home, we'll leave a door hanger on their door telling them when their meeting is going to be, the location, time, and date. So we do encourage them. Don't be scared when you see the sheriff of Wichita County is looking for you, because that's what our door hangers are. And on the back, it'll tell when the meeting is and dates and times. So in the next couple of months, we want to get that kicked off. As soon as the weather starts turning a little bit warmer, and we'll get our volunteers out there.
Okay. So again, the sheriff's office is looking for you, but this is a positive thing.
Positive
So thank you so much for sharing that. We have much more with the sheriff's office after the break on Inside Texoma.